The biggest thing that people want to know after they've been in a car accident, or if they've been injured in a car accident, or maybe a loved one has been injured in a car accident, is what is my case worth? Many people are reluctant to hire lawyers. They don't want to hire lawyers. They don't want to hire lawyers because they don't trust lawyers. They don't want to hire lawyers because they don't want to pay the lawyer, whatever the reason is. But what people want to know is, what is my case worth? Right after you're in the accident, oftentimes, you have an insurance adjuster knocking on your door or maybe calling up your telephone asking you, what type of injuries do you have? What's your diagnosis? How much are your medical bills? What are you expecting in medical bills? A lot of questions that oftentimes at the time you can't even answer. And evaluating an injury case is very, tough's not the right word, but it's very case specific. It's very fact specific. Each case is different. Each person's different. Each injury, for the most part, is different. One thing that goes into valuing a case is medical bills. How many medical bills do you have? How many medical bills do you have that are related to the treatment for the injuries that you received from that case? In other words, if it's a car accident, how many bills do you have that are related to treatment of injuries for that car accident? What is it worth to you to give up your day in court? Some people are going to want their day in court. They're going to say, you know what, that's not fair. I want to go in front of the jury. I want to plead my case, and I want to see what happens. Other people are going to say, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with having my deposition taken. I don't want to deal with wasting a year, 2 years out of my life to see what happens in court. Those things are very individual specific. They're very subjective, and you have to decide that. So as far as giving the actual amount as to what your case is worth, there's no magic number. There's no magic formula. It's more all these factors being taken into account, and all these different factors being discussed with your counsel and looking at, what are my injuries? What's the objective criteria here? What are my expert witnesses going to say? What's my physician going to say? What's my spouse going to say? What are my kids going to say in court? And then combining that with, how do I feel? How do I feel now? How did I feel right after the accident? What have I been through? What is this worth to me? What am I willing to do? And what am I willing to risk? And only after having to looked at all those different factors, only having looked at your case from all those different angles, can you really come to an educated determination of, what is my case worth?